So in this next part, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a look at cycloalkanes. Now, in this case over here, if you were to break down the word cycloalkanes, cyclo means circle and alkanes means carbon with a single chain. And so in this case over here, I have in front of you a 6-carbon chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this, as we have learned before, is going to be a hexane. And so what we're now going to take a look at is how do we then go about turning this into a cycloalkane. And so what ends up happening is that the terminal carbon here and the terminal carbon here are going to need to end up joining together. So in order for this to happen, one of these hydrogens have to be removed. So I've removed one hydrogen over here, leaving the bond. And then for the next one over here, what I have to do is I have to remove this other carbon or this other hydrogen and actually take that bond away. And then what we end up doing is then we end up twisting the carbons together, and then they're going to join end to end. And then now what you end up with is you end up with 6 carbons in a ring. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so as you guys can see, that each carbon right now has 2 hydrogens on it. So it does not follow the CnH2n plus 2 formula anymore, because we had to lose 2 hydrogens in order to be able to form the ring structure. And so instead of calling this a hexane, now what we want to say is, because this is in a circular formation, we now call this a cyclohexane. Now, one of the things that we're going to be talking a little bit later on is that trying to draw this ring structure with all of these hydrogens is very, very, very cumbersome. And so again, we are going to be resorting to using the line diagram. And in terms of where the line diagrams are concerned, we're just going to be representing the central carbon chain, and then we're just going to be taking out the hydrogens altogether. And so if we were to do that, then we would end up with a chain that looks like this. Okay, and the assumption is that the carbons all have hydrogens around them.